Lions TV, finally, the day before the transfer window closes, Millwall make their first signing number 2, we believe is not far behind at all. And it's a familiar face, number 1, a guy that we know very, very well. And here he is, Oliver Burke, agent Oli Burke, as he's better known to us on Lions TV, on loan from Werder Bremen until the end of the season. I actually got a phone call this morning saying this player, definitely, who's now believed to be Duncan Watmore, that hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's definitely out there. And the other one potentially could be Oli Burke. But it seems to have moved pretty quick, and Burke's been announced first. And there you go, Richard Cowley. There was lots of sources to choose as my one to post, and we love a little bit of Richard Cowley, don't we, on Lions TV. So here it is. Millwall have agreed a deal to sign Werder Bremen attacker Oli Burke on loan, subject to a medical. And he's going to be one of 2 medicals to take place today, as I've already said. Oli Burke, back at the club. The strange world of football. Of course, he originally was going to sign for Millwall after, in my opinion, a successful loan spell last season from Sheffield United. Some of you are not so sold on that. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But he travelled to London. I heard it was still done, and then all of a sudden, he was missing in action. And there he is, agent Oli Burke. Maybe he's been up there the whole time. Who knows? Cool bit of wind, ended up over the Atlantic. But eventually, the winds have changed direction. He's landed today in SE16, and Gary Rowett does his first bit of business of the 2023 January transfer window. Where do we stand on this? Well, with Burke coming in and the other player going to be Duncan Watmore, we believe, who I'm very excited about. But I'll get onto that, as I say, as and when he is announced. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow. I think that Rowett's done absolutely the right thing again. I think we've gone after Nisbet, the hip striker. We couldn't get who we wanted. And so instead, we thought, right, let's rectify it elsewhere. We go after the wide men that we need. And yes, we have got many nearly men who are wide men. We've got Honeyman, who plays their out position. Bury, not for me. Bennett is for me if he can stay fit and firing. Volsammer out of position out there. So as far as I'm concerned, I think Rowett's going, okay, look, we can't get a striker, so let's get the wide men in, and now we can use Andreas Volsammer as the second striker or backup striker, or competing for the first striker slot with Tom Bradshaw. I think it's definitely the right idea, and I think with these players now out wide, if and when Watmore is announced, along with Burke now, I think we'll get better sort of service into Tom Bradshaw. Someone just commented on a post I put out on social media, and it's a valid point. It said we have the second best crossing rate in the Championship. I don't doubt that. But for me, a lot of our crosses into the box are free kicks, corners, set pieces, high hangers, 70-yarders from George Long for Jake Cooper to try and get underneath and flick on. And they're not the right sort of crosses for Bradshaw. Whip ones across the front of goal, I've said many times before. Feed the Bradshaw and he will score. Oli Burke returns to the club. And I said it, divided opinion. Let's look at his stats. He played, didn't he, for us in the 2022 season, 14 times, scoring 2 goals. I remember him scoring 2 goals. One was at Birmingham away, second to last game of the season, am I right? I don't know, you're not there, but let me know in the comments. I think I'm right. And the other one sort of, it was a bit of a fresh air shot with his foot, and it sort of hit him on the knee and went in. But Oli Burke came to us, in my opinion, with a lot of potential, but he's had that throughout his career, and it hasn't really worked out for him. He hasn't found his feet. But I felt like he quite found his feet at Millwall. When he come to us, he hadn't played a lot of first-team football at all in a long, long time. So he needed time to warm up, and I really feel he did warm up when the time was right. He's direct. He's powerful. He's very, very quick for such a big man. I remember him being sort of like 6'4", and he's a big old lump, but fuck me, is he quick. I remember when he came on to make his debut off the bench away at Blackpool with the small glimmer of hope from a horrendous away day. And then as it went on, I said, I think he really grew into it. And my mind's reflecting back to Luton away. The powering run he went on to cut back for Benicophobe to score from the edge of the box in a 2-2 draw there at Kenilworth Road. I think he really had sort of come into his own and found a place that was good for him. I was hearing that he loved it at the club and he wanted to stay. I like him. Wardrobe, extremely questionable, but that's up to him. He can wear what he wants as long as he does the business on the pitch. But of course, he joined Werder Bremen, and he's very quickly fallen out of favour there. So look at it again. He has scored, actually, you can't see it there on the screen because I've got that graphic running along the bottom. But he's like 12 goals 12 games, sorry, 2 goals. Scored the winner away at Bayern Munich. I think that's 2-0 down, come back and won 3-2. And it looked like he's doing really well, but I've checked their results earlier, and he has fallen out of favour. He's been a sub not used or a sub getting minimal time on the pitch. So I don't know what's happened there, but I think it's a brilliant move from us to bring him back to the club. And if he can get fit and firing, he's obviously been out of the game a little bit now and not played so much game time. And I saw a picture of him, which I haven't put up, in his Werder Bremen kit early. Looks like he's really been enjoying himself out there. Oliver Burke, not that one to talk, but yeah, he does look fit in the picture that the club put up today. There he is. Oh, wingnut Ed. I'm hammering him here, but I actually like him as a player. Oli Burke returns to the club on loan until the end of the season from Werder Bremen. You know, will it result in him doing well and then not coming back permanently, or us trying to buy him? Who knows? Who cares? We need numbers through the door. And for me, it's a very, very good sign. I like him as a player. You know, he comes with a reputation. I've gone for a lot of money during his career, not in a Forest. He's gone abroad. He's got a Celtic. And if he gets his head right and his bits and bobs right on the pitch, I feel he will be a very good player for us, along with Duncan Watmore, who has yet to be announced. But there you go. Video number 1 for today. Hopefully number 2 will follow. Oliver Burke rejoins Millwall on loan until the end of the season from Werder Bremen. And that's your lot for this episode of, is it the Den Daily? No, it's not even a Den Daily. It's Oliver Burke out of the wilderness, out of the air, lands in SE16 on loan until the end of the season from Werder Bremen. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.